Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
So we'll go with the yay news, nay news. Okay, so Mahershala Ali is being
Mahershala.
Mahershala, excuse me, pardon. Is in talks to be in Jurassic Park. Was it 7 now?
Something or other.
Yeah, so Jurassic
They're going
World,
back in time for this one, so we'll have to have them do a crossover with Back to the Future. They need to go back to the Old West so that they can make a steam train time traveling device and meet up with Doc Brown. And he's got to wear Nikes because what kind of engine riding is that?
now I want to see dinosaurs in the Old West and fucking locomotives and shit like that.
Boom, book it. Let's write it. Let's do it. Anyway, sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I don't know. We probably just got him onto something. But anyway.
But joining, Jurassic Park is still a franchise chugging along. So I can understand Universal trying to find another way to inject like new blood, new characters, new life into the franchise just to try and keep it kind of motivated and going forward. Got to bring in some money for their awesome theme parks that they are building right now, the Epicverse. So that should be pretty cool.
They have a verse now too?
Well, their theme park is going to be like an epic sort of universe where they have like a monster land. They're building Dracula's castle. They have the Nintendo world and then a bunch of the other things that they have under their umbrella. So they're working their way into making a park that'll compete and probably squish Disney.
It depends upon what you're into and what your age is. Because Universal Studios Hollywood is a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. I've been there many years ago, though.
Yeah. And is there as much to do as there is in Disneyland? No, not necessarily.
There's about to be way more.
Yeah, in a way, there's more adult fun things to do. And there was more shopping to do in a way.
Well, it's also less restrictive. You don't have to go on an app, get into a virtual queue, and then maybe, just maybe, you can get on one of the 4 rides you are allowed to get on.
Yeah. Like my wife is like going nuts about wanting to take the kids to Disneyland. And it's like, I know I've told you all these wonderful stories of when I had a annual pass holder or park passport. I'm like, but it is not that way anymore. I'm like, you can't fucking get on Splash Mountain 13 times a fucking day. Like it just doesn't.
Don't work like that.
No. I don't think that happens any time of the year anymore. Blackouts or not. But anyway, I digress.
Well, speaking of blackouts, we're talking about Mahershala Ali and the issues that might be resulting with the Blade movie as well due to this. Because they're aiming to do Jurassic Park movie is supposed to come out next June.
Now, is this going to hold up the Blade movie, or is this what he's doing in the interim until they decide to get the reshoots that they need to get done to make the new edit that they're going to have out proposed? I don't know.
Blade hasn't started shooting yet. They're actually undergoing their 7th rewrite.
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I've seen this on every other stream, and I completely agree, and I've never read a Blade comic book. This is not difficult. Dude with a sword, looking badass in black leather, smoking vampires for an hour and a half. Did you not see Blade 1 and 2? This is not fucking rocket science. It really isn't. I don't understand what the problem is, but Disney and their DEI, I know, we keep saying that. You hear it everywhere. It's the fucking truth. They were trying to make women the main cast in each of the previous iterations of the script. I saw bullet points on one of them, and it's like, holy shit, he's playing 4th fiddle and 5th fiddle in one of the things that I saw. It's like, why is he a guest role in his own fucking movie? We saw what Blade Trinity was all about. That didn't work out for Wesley, and you're trying to do that with an Academy Award-winning actor. This is a vampire killer. Kill vampires. Don't worry about inclusion and whatever you're trying to do with the fucking characters and cast. Just fucking make a goddamn vampire killing movie. Fuck. Have him face fucking Dracula at this fucking point, because I know that's a character he fights in the comic books.
Yeah, really. I mean, hook everybody. You don't necessarily need to string them along like they did with Thanos. Like, just hook those motherfuckers. Get him in there with
La
his-
Magra from the first one.
That sucked ass.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That
Love the
was
movie, but that was bad.
like, we'll get the worst looking underdone CG blood clot we could possibly find.
Your brother.
And then he's gonna stab it. Yeah.
At least with Guillermo, he did something a little more creative and gave us something a little more tangible as far as like actual villains he could fight that are on his level, if not a little more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got my issues with
The team of them.
Guillermo's Blade too, but I still love that movie just as much as the first one. So
Sure.
just put Stephen Norrington back in this one and let's call it a day, you know.
Kinda. I'm with you. I would like to see something simple, something of just getting ready for the Midnight Suns by the end. That's what I think is going to be a big part of their holdup, is them wanting to set up Midnight Suns, which I do want Blade to be a part of. That he could have been mentioned in Doctor Strange, and that would have just been the most perfect thing ever.
Yep.
Forgive what happens to Wanda if they would have just mentioned Blade. Just a little bit of Midnight Suns. Beyond the Darkhold, I mean.
Well, I guess there was a reference in Eternals a little bit. I still haven't even seen that freaking movie, and I guess it's a post-credit scene with Blade and like
It's voice
Black
only.
Knight guy, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it.
Oh. Well, Black Knight is now canceled. Marvel canceled that shit, which should have been done a long time ago. Because again, Black Knight's not interesting. The last time I saw him was
That's what
in
a lot of
Marvel.
people said. I'm like, okay.
He's in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Like, that's the last outside of the comic books that you ever really see him.
Oh, okay.
And it's really not that interesting at all. It's like a side quest trivia game.
While we're at it, can we get a real Ghost Rider now too? And you can bring back Nick Cage. That's fine.
I wouldn't mind that necessarily. I mean, I do want a good Ghost Rider movie, but every iteration of Ghost Rider I've seen since Nick Cage, that's not to say that Nick Cage was good, has not been good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The first Ghost Rider movie had some really fun scenes to it. They made him look like Danny Ketch, which I really liked, even though, yes, it was. God, I can't think of his name. Anyway, not Danny Ketch.
We'll be corrected in the comments very shortly, I suspect.
I'm sure. Is he yelling at me yet?
No, but his
not.
last comment was basically talking about Midnight Suns
Midnight
villains,
Suns.
Lilith and Zarathos.
That's because that's all I fucking wanted out of goddamn Doctor Strange 2 with Lilith. I want to see her born from the demon. Anyway,
that's crazy.
Johnny Blaze. Sorry. No, I didn't look it up.
I love Nick Cage, Ghost Rider. You know, Danny Kirch is the boy in the second Ghost Rider movie.
There's a second movie? Oh, the little boy.
Spirit of Vengeance.
Yes. I didn't realize there was a little boy. I need to watch that again.
Well, and then they put like Ghost Rider in that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
Yes, and his lowrider was flaming.
That's not the only thing that was flaming in that show.
I liked the first 3 seasons-ish.
I barely made it through the second season, to be frank, and I kept trying to get back into it. We can't do it. Neither me or my wife could do
that. Lame.
Yep, Jurassic Park, July 2nd next year. That's going to impede any scheduling. Like, if they get that script going, I have a feeling Mahershala is going to be like, you know what? I have a scheduling conflict. This is not going to work out. I think ultimately they're going to end up scrapping this thing because they cannot figure out what the hell they're doing. They never should have gone forward with this.
At this point, like, that all gets to the fact that Phase 4 was like scattershot. again, Midnight Suns was part of their idea.
Oh, shit.
Monsters was part of their idea. We saw that with Doctor Strange, and then that was going to stream in through Werewolf by Night, and that was going to continue on further. Who knows if we're going to see those monsters anymore? And that's really sad because that was the only thing of Phase 4 that was really fucking interesting.
That's true.